Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan, and look at this. I won 7 games in a row with Trinket, of which you have seen 6. So what I'm gonna do now, and I wanted to stream this, but Twitch is not working. Twitch just destroyed my Thinking About Modern Masters Part 3. What I'm going to do is to have a play session. I'm going to play some random opponents in the tournament practice room. And I will do a Pauper UB Trinket Control play session number 3. I've done 2 of these. They are here, but it was 2 months ago now. So I'm just gonna play the deck. I'm gonna play at least 3 matches unless I run into like 3 post decks, because then I will get bored. And I will just film whatever happens. I will also have the super secret sideboard plan here to the side. I can't show it to you. Woohoo! The first opponent is Voland. We do want to play first. Voland. We don't know what he's playing yet. We are keeping this. We have an Ogre of Skull, Undying Evil here. I'm gonna go for an island. I'm gonna set the Ogre of Skull stop here. I remembered. And I am 7 games deep with all wins. So let's see how far I can get this. Well, I'm gonna crush the hand of this Stompy player, but if he has a Hunger of the Howl pack, it can become pretty hard on me. But I'm still gonna do it. He doesn't have any defense against it. And I do have double Diabolic Edict and Fume Spitter to defend myself. So it's his hand. The worst thing that can happen now is that he casts like 2 Pit Skulks. And he has 6 cards in his hand. A forest and 2 Pit Skulks. Then I can only hit 3 cards. Or forest, Rancor, Pit Skulk or something like that. I need to draw land to feel comfortable about this. No, I'm just kidding you. I feel fairly confident. People are having trouble with the Stompy matchup. Next to Izzet Post, it's the most common matchup I get questions about, except for Temporal Fissure. But my advice against Temporal Fissure is that you die. So don't play Trinket in a game, in a meta full of Temporal Fissure. Okay, he will have 2 creatures and nothing else. He might quit here. If he does, I can't count this match. So I hope he sticks around. I still haven't drawn the card. And if it is a land, the party begins. I don't think he's very happy right now. Riverboa is a card that sometimes shows up in Stompy. It is definitely bad against us, of course. But it's not meant against us. And don't let the Island Walk fool you. It is not good against us. Because it can only take 1 point of damage. And 1 point of damage is really, really, really bad for him. And now he is crushed. So guys, this is how you handle Stompy. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm lucky right now. And often the solution to Young Wolf is just ignore him, which is what I'll do here. And now I can Trinket Mage for something nice, something violent. I think I'm Trinket Maging for a capsule. It is tempting to Trinket Mage for the land, but I think that's not really what I want. He does have 3 creatures on board, as the young wolf will come back, but he gives up way too early. That earns him the block, so he can't sign up to my games. And we have to look. I don't think that's serious to play like that in the tournament practice room. Okay, we are putting in life staff. 2 Gets Verdict, 2 Spinning Darkness, a Crypt Rat, 2 Chittering Rats, taking out the Augur of Skulls, and taking out the Sign in Blood. Because this is a matchup where Chittering Rats shine. They can both counter, they can both chitter, and they can also block. If you think I'm being harsh on Voland here, it's he was like 30% to win or something, and you don't concede in the practice room. You can't concede when you have such a high chance of winning. So it's just unserious. He shouldn't be playing in this room. He should be playing in the just for fun room if he's not serious. And I hate that people waste mine and other serious tournament players' time in the practice room by doing that. So that's why I block him, because I don't want to play him again. Because I don't think he's doing the right thing. And I would much rather not play him. People say I'm killing Queer Ranger too often. But I just don't like him a lot. He will do shenanigans all day. And he needs to die. Now I can't F6 because I have Spinning Darknesses. I don't want to give them away. Need to find a blue mana. As I said before, I can let the young wolf live. And I'm gonna hope he rankers this so I can get rid of rancor with Edict. That's a lot to hope for. And quite unlikely. So I will take 1 damage for my sins. And I should have played Fume Spitter, Baron more last turn, in which case I would have been able to play Shitting Rats now, which would be really important. But I'm gonna try to catch him with the Diabolic Edict again. Even though it's not likely at all. He's not doing a lot here. And this Chittering Rat will be pretty hard on him. I might get him to concede. As this guy seems to like to concede. Too easy. I'll happily let him waste the pump spell on my Chittering Rat. That's a nice 2-for-1 that I'm not saying no to. I'm playing this Crypt Rat here. And hopefully play something so I can 2-for-1 him again. I have plenty of life, I'm not afraid. And he lets me 2-for-1 him. And I'll tell you how to handle the young wolves. So what you do against the young wolves then is to crypt threat for 2, which is what will happen holding in control. This is what will happen after they come back, so then I crypt threat for 1. So first they die to 1 damage, they come back as 2/2s and they die to the 2/2s. So I did 2-for-1 him. And I also seem to have confused him quite a bit. So everyone, I can't let go of that. Please be serious in the tournament practice room. Please play the games to the end. Try to win your small. If you have a 5% chance to win the game, play it out and win 5% of the time. So you learn to do that in tournaments. Because you will have to win those 5% games 5% of the time. Otherwise you're giving up an enormous edge. Giving up 5% to your opponent is a lot. And you will never be any good in Magic if you give up 5% edges. I think we're gonna see a concede from him pretty soon. Okay, no concede yet. Maybe some blue mana. No. We can create eternal crypt threat. That's pretty fun. But for now we are satisfied with just having a crypt threat in play. What the hell? Okay. We do get the eternal crypt threat, really. That is pretty good against Stompy if he has a lot of 1/1s. Which often does, and now I'm F6ing unnecessarily anyway because I'm just used to it. It is a good habit to have because you should never ever lose on time in tournament. And F6ing is one of your best tools to not lose on time. He gets mana. Oh, 1/1 Pit Skulk. Why do you play that? Okay. Eternal Crypt Rat moves into action. The sad thing with him is that he is not really eternal. If he has another Hornet's thing here, he will kill my Crypt Rat. But I'm okay with that then, if it happens. I still used 1 card, and he got rid of 2, but he cast Wines of Wastwood. What? Without the kicker. That doesn't do anything. Oh, poor guy. Fume Spit there. There might be other reasons this guy shouldn't play in the tournament practice room. If you're uncertain about the deck, there is no shame in playing it in the Just for Fun room. And I'm a bit too happy to just get the game quickly. I shouldn't really play in this room. I should have a good Pauper clan, and I do on one of my accounts, or 2 of my accounts. And then just play people in the clan. But I love to just sit down and play. I think it's sweet. That's one of the reasons I want to do the Pauper Gauntlet. I haven't yet decided to do it, but it seems that people like it. Oh god, I'm looking at comments on YouTube. That's bad. I should do that during one. He's killing Fume Spitter. Well, I really miss him. I think bringing in Hornet Sting here is questionable at best. Stompy wins by doing Stompy-like things and not trying to control me. And of course now the Muldrift is just a nail in the coffin. And this is a good example of a game where you totally dominate Stompy. And that will happen quite a bit of the time. It's not an impossible matchup at all. And sad would be the world where a control deck specialized on handling fast aggro decks can't handle one of the most common fast aggro decks. That would be almost shameful. He can't play things with the toughness of 1. Maybe he has realized it now. Oh yes. Can't kill him yet. Oh, Grim Harvest. But I'm not gonna get fancy. I can bring back Shittering Rat next turn. Maybe I will. Or maybe I will just kill him next turn. I'll be able to do 4 now and then 4 and then 5. So I could be lethal next turn. But I'm probably going to get the Shittering Rats anyway. And cast a Diabolic Edict here. As I said, River Boa, pretty good news for us. Just the Durdle dies to all our removal. He doesn't give up yet, but now he's dead. Would be embarrassing if he had a life gain effect. And to guard ourselves against that, which is highly unlikely, I will cast this Undying Evil on the Muldrifter. And then Crypt Rat for 4. Sleep well, Lord Stompy. Alright. Well, that wasn't the hardest opponent so far, but we do have 8 straight wins. And we have a 65.7 win percentage. I have 382 wins, 199 losses. And we are getting closer to that fabled 2 out of 3 win rate. Power T has a 75% win rate with this deck. New opponent. It's Vilus. I recognize his name. Hi, Tasto. I lost the goddamn... Vilus is a big fan, thanks. Let's crush him! This looks like a decent hand against the creature deck. Okay, is it a mirror? So I have to pause now and can't record it. Alright, so what happened in that mirror stays in that mirror. And I have a new opponent. I hope he's not playing Trinket. He is not. And I definitely don't have a hand that is capable of handling a quick Delver start. But I'm not sure if this is Delver or not. Now I would much rather cycle this Baron more. Play the Ogre. Yeah, that's the plan. Now suddenly the Ogre got really good. But he could of course counter it. But he doesn't. Piracy Charm, perhaps. No Piracy Charm. Well, maybe Undying Evil then. Okay, this god and that earns him the block as well. Why do people concede like this in the practice room? I don't know what he's playing, but I am assuming he could quit that quickly though to... I'm assuming Delver. Against Delver, I take Undying Evil, removed from the deck. I take Shittering Rat, I remove it from the deck. I put in Spinning Darkness, which is a major mistake against Mook. So maybe I'm not doing that. Verdict, Crypt Rat. Keeping the Shittering Rats in the deck. Yep. This is not a good hand against Mook, but it's a great hand. It's a decent hand against Delver. Now it became a great hand against Delver. Lonely Sandbar sounds like Mook. And Shittering Rats next turn, that will surely be counted. Not much of a clock, is it? He's thinking twice. Oh, I'm such a sucker for a counterspell here. Am I in any hurry? Or do I just play the Aqueduct and be done? No, because he will play the... he will draw another card with Think Twice. So I'll force him to counter. This is an extremely easy matchup after sideboard. But it can sometimes be a bit hard pre-sideboard. Oh, he let that resolve. Mnemonic wall. What the hell was that? Okay. No matter, let's move on. I got the guy blocked anyway, which is great. So he can't waste my time again. But sadly he will play like that with his muck deck against. And if you're playing mono blue control, why do you concede after 5 minutes? All his matches must be like 40-50 minutes at least. So only one good game here that I could show you, the Stompy match, and it wasn't a very good game either. Maybe I'll even go to the just for fun room and get a game there. Just to so I have something to show you. But I should make that game a Pauper game instead of a standard game. BigHatLogan. Yeah, I'm keeping this. I didn't count last match, otherwise I would have been deep into winner territory. But I'm still 8 straight wins. Okay, I want to resolve this. Yes, sir. Yes. Hey, it's Delver! And I don't have the hand for a Delver match. So this could get tough. Getting a swamp. Oh, great. That's pretty good to draw that guy. And play the life staff. You have to get rid of Delver. Preordain. Oh, it doesn't have the land. Now I'm sure he does. The only thing I can do here is pretty much to play the Augur and hope he resolves. Oh, it's DelverFiend! That's a lot easier, actually. No, it's not a lot easier, it's about the same. But I still like playing against DelverFiend more because I really hate the feeling of getting hit by ninjas. This tragic slip will do work. Firebolt! Oh, relying on some flashback there. 5 mana seems a lot for DelverFiend. Maybe it's not the DelverFiend deck at all. Maybe it's a blue-red Delver deck. But I always suspect blue-red Delver, and it always turns out that it is DelverFiend. Now I'm gonna cast Divination when it's my turn. Unless I draw an Undying Evil. But I'm gonna kill the Delver, because Delvers need to die. And go for some cards. Yeah, that looks decent. Now I can Sign in Blood, Augur of Skulls, and cast the Muldrift next turn. One thing I dislike with Delver as well then is of course all the counter spells that this guy doesn't have. But I won't be 100% sure that it is DelverFiend before I see a Kiln Fiend, Cyclops, or even a wee Dragonauts that will give the game away. Firebolt makes me a bit reluctant. Firebolt smells like Blue-Red Delver, because Firebolt is just so expensive to flash back in DelverFiend. Hello, my name is Augur of Skulls. Can I play? More stuff. A counterspell there would give him away as Blue-Red Delver too. But I assume it's DelverFiend. DelverFiend is all over the place. What do people call it now? Wii Xerox? Yep, another Firebolt. But the real fun starts when you can resolve Muldrifters for 5 mana, which I'm going to do now. Has this guy shown me a counterspell? No, he hasn't. So I'm gonna cast this straight into his 2 blue open mana. And that worked nicely. Life Staff is quite useful against DelverFiend. Yeah, Chris is the main streamer, and David has just started. I would have streamed this, but Twitch was broken an hour ago. Alright, my wife is going to bed and I have to talk to her first. So I will have to quit after this, because we have to discuss the most recent episode of Game of Thrones, because it was just a fantastic episode and I have to debrief myself after seeing that. I think he can pretty much concede now, because I hold this big heap of removal. And at the end of this turn I'm gonna get another swamp. He has only 4 cards. I wrote that he was Delver, but he's DelverFiend. I think I still haven't seen a card that proves DelverFiend. Have I? Do I have to play and beat down with a Crypt Rat? I do, right? Hey, it's time for Crypt Rat beatdown! He has 4 cards in hand, but I have 4 removal in hand, plus Crypt Rats, plus Fume Spitter. I have 3 removal in hand, 1 on the board. He's just not drawing a lot of guys, is he? Can he be something else? He must be DelverFiend. I'm now gonna assume that he is DelverFiend. For all intents and purposes, BigHatLogan. Shout out to you, by the way. You are DelverFiend to me. Well, life totals are about the same. But I still feel that I'm doing pretty good here. So it would be hard if he just bolt. But even if he does, I can just do things. Let's get greedy. Draw the 2 cards. If he has a lightning bolt, he kind of should have used it, right? I'm gonna go for the Undying Evil, of course. I always go for the Undying Evil. The alternative would have been to cast the Muldrifter by itself. And that would probably have been better, but not as fun. And there comes Grim Harvest to reward me for my folly. And it resolves. So now I'm going to have to discard something. If I don't draw. A Fume Spitter! Electricer would really hurt now. And that is not often you get to say that with Trinket. Can I win the next turn? I can do 9, 10, 14 damage, but not 15. I think it is academic at this point. Because the Black Horde is all over him. And it only gets worse for him after sideboard. Or does it? Yeah, it does. What's happening? Yes! He reveals himself to be Kilnfiend. So we kill Killfiend. Because we don't particularly like him, he must have a lot of protection effects in his hand. And sadly, Kilnfiend dies. Horribly, horribly. And I get to shitter. Which is a card I actually sideboard out against him, because there isn't a lot he can block. It's only the Kilnfiend. And the Cyclops, of course, now. But I don't think it changes. Or maybe it does. Okay, we are bringing in the reses, which might surprise someone, maybe. But in order to bring them in, we have to drag them down there. We're bringing in the verdicts. And Spinning Darkness, that's 9 cards. So what do we take out? We take out Sign in Blood, it's way too dangerous. We take out Chittering Rats, which we often do. And we also take out the Crypt Rats, because they're just too slow against DelverFiend. And now we pack a pretty big suite of removal. Plus a lot of discard, primarily for Assault Strobe. He has a 6-card hand here, but he could do some damage with it. I'm not that afraid of an early Delver now, when I know he isn't Delver. He cast the Gitax. Oh no! Did he mulligan twice? No? That's his 6th card, yeah. And actually we have nothing against the Cyclops here. But that Cyclops won't have time to resolve, because we will just break him with the Scourge. Now we need to find anything that kills the Ogre. Like the 5-volt. Now we play Kilnfiend. I should have looked. Is it Gilgate Mountain? So the Kilnfiend comes into play here. But we can get that with Spinning Darkness after the Ogre has done his thing. But we will have to let him hit us. Yeah, that will hurt. If he finds a bolt here, I'm in trouble. Though not a lot of trouble. He chose not to shuffle his library. Maybe he found a bolt. Right. No bolt. We are trying to get all his cards. We wait with the Spinning Darkness until we have removed all his cards, of course. I almost made a mistake there. Oh, there we get the Tragic Slip. And it's a pretty good matchup for Trinket. As you can see, I'm getting a land here. Or am I? No, I'm getting a capsule. For ultimate control. So, beatdown. Saving Undying Evil mana. And if I do Undying Evil, I will get the land. I don't need the life staff as I am totally in control. Capsule. Yeah, it's mere formalities from this point on. Or maybe he can stop my offense here, but I don't see a way out of it for him. I have just totally controlled him. Using the known trick instead of the unknown trick. Yeah, blessing doesn't matter. It will do. I actually I might spinning darkness him just for fun. Do I lost the auger? So my 9th straight win with the deck. That's pretty good for a deck that really has few matchups that are better than 70-30. So 7-3 is absolutely decent. Does he have a firebolt in his grid? Yes, he does. Why is he not using it? I can't tell him to remember it. That would be harsh. Maybe he does remember it, but he wanted to draw cards instead. Now we can use it. But he's not using it. I wonder if he has forgotten about it or not. If I didn't have the Undying Evil, he could really stop my attack here. Oh, Guess Verdict makes everything lethal next turn instead of 2 turns from now. Which is good. And maybe I will get the rare Guess Verdict's kill. If he now actually remembers the Firebolt, I will kill him with Undying Evil instead. But he doesn't. The Guess Verdict kill. Alright. Pause, but I'm gonna do a third match in this video because it isn't a play session if it doesn't have at least 3 matches. Okay. It's time for the third match. And I am now 9-0, as I said. Having a win percentage of 65 plus 9, and I am running into no pride, but I have plenty of pride. And maybe he'll win because he doesn't have pride. I'm not making much sense, am I? I am gonna keep this hand. It's not Trinket, at least, because he has Duress mainboard. At least I hope it's not Trinket. What's up with all those Trinket decks in the practice room? Who did this? Undying Evil. That was well thought out. Maybe I should not have played the capsule if he is all black. But he is red-black. Oh, it's Rakdoskitty. Maybe. It's definitely a rebirth deck. So I can't do a lot here, except get that thing back to my hand. Yeah, Undying Evil seems like the clear choice here. Carrion Feeder and then Kuldortha Rebirth. Ooh. Or Crack the Earth. Shittering Rats. An army of Carrion Feeders. No Pride. Playing Rakdoskitty. I'm gonna call it Rakdoskitty. Okay, I block. Maybe. Taking out 2 Carrion Feeders with 1 rat and a card. That seems decent. Ogre. Still don't know if I want to play the capsule, but it seems to be good to have something to sacrifice. Butcher Gold. Oh, that's the wolf thing. But I'll treat him as I treat a young wolf. That is, don't do anything against him. It's not the tragic slip. I can't stand the waiting. I have to try. And it's too late for that. But I get good stuff anyway. So now I can get a life staff and start doing nasty trinket mage stuff. Even a land. But it's life staff for me. And now I will try to get back my Muldrifter. But he just quits with 4 cards. So what is he trying to do? Do I really need to sideboard against him? Ogre seems good, Sign seems good. I think I'm gonna run as is. I'm thinking if that was a premature concede, but I don't want to block everybody. And I think that was borderline. I'm gonna mulligan, and I'm gonna keep this. But what a high risk. Playing the aqueduct now, I can't do it and to have it as my only land in play. I'm only permanent in play. But drawing the swamp, I don't have to. I think Rakdoskitty is a pretty bad description of his deck. If I have to sacrifice something here, will I sacrifice a land really? Or will I sacrifice the auger? I think I need the land. Don't get the choice. I got to sacrifice the auger. Yeah. Good to have that guy to sacrifice to defend the land. And I think I'm gonna use the Muldrifter here to get more cards. And to just outcard him. I think that's the right thing to do. Undying Evil seems pretty good. Playing the capsule seems pretty good. Driver of the Dead will return. Blizzard Herder, and he's a 3/2. So that kind of sucks. So he must not die. From your graveyard to the battlefield even. I'll take the damage here. Toggas. It's interesting. Okay, now I have a plan at least. I will... Or will I? I hate the Blizzard Herder. I can just kill the Tog. Block the Driver of the Dead. Use the Fume Spitter on the Butcher goal. Kill the Tog. Yeah, seems like a plan. And now I can kill them both. He gets the Blizzard Herder into play. course I do it in his upkeep, so the Blizzard Herder can't attack. He's going for the Butcher goal, which means that I am out of harm's way, I guess. And let's just combo off then. That's alright. And it's life staff now. That seems very unnecessary. Making his great Undying guy into a random 2/2. And Driver of the Dead. So what do we do now? We have to cast the life staff. Equip it. Do we just play Crypt Rats and use it here? Not sure. Maybe play this guy instead. He did recover quite well. Alright, so let's kill off that guy. Oh! And block the other guy. Which I didn't do. Okay, Butcher goal. That's the life. That's the land thing. And what will he be doing with all his land? This is pretty dangerous. I need bolt now and I'm dead. I think I got too greedy. But I am harvesting for a Muldrifter. And maybe there is hope. Tragic slip. I need to be able to kill my own guy. That's what I want to be able to do now. And now I can. So now I feel safer. Wellspring. Is it over? No, it's not over yet. But I'll make it over next turn. Getting the capsule. Playing Augur of Skulls. Equipping the Augur. Still saving mana for an Edict. And I have defeated Rakdoskitty with 2-0. So I'm now 10-0 with Trinket. And one final game, just one more. I'm now at 66%. And let's do what we did before, go to the Just for Fun room and start a game there too, so we don't have to wait. Though I would prefer a match in the practice room, so that is more serious. And I'm not sure I should do this at all. But let's try it, it's getting late, let's try something crazy! Wow, 3 orcs in the tournament room. I did record a Trinket play session number 3 before I went for the Mox hunt, but there was an error with the file and it was deleted. So this is now the 3rd Trinket Control play session. I need an opponent. Where is my opponent? I got my opponent in the real practice room. It's Tramp, and I want to play first against Tramp. I'm keeping this, hoping for an aggro deck. I'm going for an Swamp, I guess, for the Chittering Rat. It's not super simple. But I think it's a Swamp. Island Preordain could be like 10 different decks, really. Doesn't say a lot. DelverFiend, Izzet Post, Monoblue Stormpost, Delver. But I'm going to try to destroy his hand. Another Preordain. My guess is DelverFiend. Oh! A post is not what I want to see. And I must now shitter him. Mystical Teachings. It's an Izzet Post deck. Yeah, typical. When you think just one more game, you get a game that will last for an hour. And this is a very boring matchup. And in order to win it, you have to like it. And I don't. Pauper does. And he wins 65% of the time. I wrote in a piece about this matchup on Pure MTG. Please check it out. Beating Izzet Post with Trinket. He should find land here. Oh, Boiler works. What is he going to do with the last mana? Not much. Getting electricered is really bad. Do I risk it? Yes, I risk it for the extra damage. I got him down to 19. Okay, he's back at 20. But I have Grim Harvest Augur, so I should be able to tear his hand apart. I wish I had more mana so I could set up the Harvest Augur loop, which is really what I want to do here. Seagate Oracle puts a stop to my plans and finds him more lands. Oh god, I'm so tired to think of this matchup, but it is. This is nice. The thing is that we have to stop him from beating us. But at this point, I'm gonna go for the damage, which of course is very little. Getting rid of his teachings was nice. But he has 5 cards to my 1, which means that I am in a bit of trouble. Maybe I should have been more careful there and waited with the Augur. But I felt too stressed because he was having mana problems. But now I am in a very bad spot. I'm at least gonna wait with the Grim Harvest here until I have mana enough to protect it. Getting a blue mana. He has all the mana I ever wanted. There will be Muldrifters, there will be broken stuff, mnemonic walls. But this one is a Muldrifter. Wish he tapped out so we could go for the harvest, but we can't. At least he can't flicker it. Well, at the end of turn we are going for Augur. Setting up the recurring Augur here. He seems to realize that he is the aggro deck, which is interesting. Not all. Most Izzet Post players would have taken the trade there, which was what I wanted. Oh my god, he has plenty of mana. But he won't get to keep it. If he counters this, he saves a lot of time for himself, but he didn't. And I can get to work with my extremely slow plan. Maybe he counters that. No. 15 mana. That's a lot. Mnemonic wall. For the flame slash. But I can just regenerate from it. As he did play land, so he only has one red mana if he doesn't have like Prophetic Priest, but that would require him to have everything at the same time. I will kill the wall, I think. Two cards. I want to kill the wall, but that blue mana, if he flickers the wall, that would really suck. And if it... What's that? One blue, one red. Okay, what are you gonna do with that? Mana Leak Island. Tragic Slip the Wall. Edict the Muldrifter. We know it's Flame Slash, one of the cards. The other one could very well be a Rolling Thunder. He got tired of the Chittering Rat. So that's a 2-for-1 I'll gladly take. Let's sign it in blood. And hope he doesn't have a Kervik's Torch in his hand. Always use the Bayuka Bog, right? We can still safely Grim Harvest for the Augur. He didn't like that. But Grim Harvest will be back. Your stuff won't be back. And removing the Mnemonic Wall, of course he doesn't have Grim Harvest. It's only the Demir Post decks that do. But I need to get my recursion going again before he draws his Rolling Thunder. Oh! But all I need is one creature, any creature. Ah! And just waiting. If he gets like capsize or something here, it doesn't matter a lot. But I want a creature, and this guy is of course the perfect guy with double Undying Evil protection. Now I feel good. He will still be able to top deck. Oh, it's Rolling Thunder. Oh, it's the Oracle. I'll edict him right away, so he can't flicker. He can't draw a flicker and use it. That was weird. Okay. Three cards in hand. We need to Undying Evil. Okay, so that pretty much sells it then. We get back that thing. We still need to fight against the top deck thing. Flame Slash, negate. That's a good card. And hopefully it draws a counterspell now that I can Chittering Rat. Nice. But he can still just top deck the Rolling Thunder and kill me. Though it is becoming more and more problematic. But I think I need to speed up the clock here. But you see the attrition here, the way I win. This is 7, so this is actually 8. It's a 2-turn clock. It's 30 cards left. Is there a Crypt Rat in my graveyard? No, but there's a Chittering Rat. So let's get it. Do I get to resolve it? The only chance to get to resolve is if it's a counterspell, or if it's stupidly hold on to land. But then it's over, yes! And that, kids, is how you beat Izzet Post. So the sideboard, we bring in 4 duress, 1 distress, 2 Chittering Rats, a Spell Bomb, and a Deep Analysis. That's 9 cards. We take out the Tragic Slips, naturally. We take out 2 of the Edicts. and we take out all the fume spitters. It is tempting to try to do the life staff fume spitter thing to get out of Rolling Thunder range, but that is not the way you win. We want to take the Rolling Thunder with res, and then remove it from the game. So, fighting Izzet Post for the right to have 11 straight wins. This is the win list. But Tramp can't spoil it, and this is really... He will bring in land destruction that he has for the Fisher decks, and that can hurt me quite a bit. This, though, is a pretty good hand. And I get to take his land destruction, which makes me very happy. But I am primarily looking for his win conditions. And this is not what I wanted. Oh, this expedition map is crazy, but I think it's the preordain that is really dangerous here. So I'm gonna take the preordain. But that was quite the hand he had. And I'm gonna cast Capsule. And that guy will have to wait. And this is when I would be super vulnerable to land destruction. On the other hand, Izzet Post can't really profit from it, as they are so slow. So we have the Flame Slash. So if I cast the Augur, he will probably expedition map for red mana. But that's okay, isn't it? Mana leak. Did I see that? Maybe I did. Maybe I'm just tired. There we go. He has a pretty awesome start here. And I will try to draw out counterspells by playing Crypt Rats. Though they are not extremely good against him, they are a finisher. And it's often needed to end the game. If I cycle here, I need to draw one more land to actually play the Muldrifter. But I think I'm cycling. Yeah, that worked out nicely. Playing the Crypt Rats. Playing this land. And now we have Muldrifter mana next turn. He still hasn't got the red mana. There we go. Yeah, we wanted that Flame Slash gone. Are we getting an island? We are getting an island, so we don't end up getting killed by Capsize on the aqueducts. So do I now go for it or not? He hasn't drawn many cards. Well, Augur seems better. We don't care a lot about the Seagate Oracle, he's not very fast. So we'd much rather just protect the Augur. He has plenty of mana at this time. We get to discard island, so one card left. We are definitely playing the Muldrifter here, and his last card is Counterspell, but I have the Grim Harvest, so I am pretty satisfied. He's now drawing from top of his deck, though he might draw good things, as his deck is a powerhouse. But he didn't keep a card in hand because he was afraid of Chittering Rats. So if I draw a land now, not that land. Damn! I think I need to be done here and just go for the Grim Harvest. Oh, Preordain is a great card here. I'm gonna kill him at the end of turn. So he doesn't play Muldrifter this particular turn. Muldrifter! It resolves. Grim Harvest is in danger, but in the graveyard. That I draw another one, so I feel quite confident, though just one Muldrifter from him will change everything. And there we go. Am I killing his? Oh my god! Okay, now we are in crisis mode and we need to just Trinket Mage a capsule. And kill the Crusher. Flicker will be very embarrassing. We hope he wants to trade here to get rid of our Grim Harvest. But he doesn't. He bolts it. That's okay. We now actually hurt him a lot with Chittering Rats. I do want to get rid of his graveyard. Seagate Oracle. He's digging through his deck quickly. I'm also at 38 now. But why didn't I equip the Trinket Mage? Because it happened at the end of my turn. And he's helpless once again. So I got him down to top decking again, which is fantastic. Crypt Rats. Life staff. Kill his guys, gain some life. Get the Muldrifter. How much mana do I really have? I have 9, so I can cast both Muldrifter and Shitting Rats. But I'd rather cast the Muldrifter and protect him. Or retrieve Grim Harvest. Now he goes to 3 cards. I really want to remove his graveyard. It's dangerous. He should find either Capsize or the burn spell very soon. But he doesn't find anything good, so I should perhaps cast a Shitting Rat. Oh, look at this. I'll Trinket Mage for land. And change my mind. Get the Spell Bomb. Play the Spell Bomb. And play Life Staff. I'm gonna use the Spell Bomb in response to any shenanigans. But I might also just pop it for a card later on. This is okay, because it means I get my Grim Harvest back. Will he keep 1 card in hand? Yes, he will. So let's have a look. Or not have a look. Let's send it back. Gotta use it. It could be Mystical Teachings, right? He's capsizing the Demir Aqueduct. Okay. So now I need to draw Dress. But I know a way to do that. I feel Capsize coming. Yeah, not much I can do about that. Nice. And now I'm removing it forever. Getting the card. His top decks are crucial now. And hopefully he allows me to shitter him again. Shittering rats. What did he have in his hand? That I could actually shittering rat. No, it's not. It's not something I can shitter. Okay, yeah, that works. And not the card I would have sideboarded against myself. Crypt rats. Lightning bolt on the crypt rats. Life staff. That means that I should actually Grim Harvest for the Crypt Rat, which will then be lethal next turn. He can still just burn me out here if he gets the Rolling Thunder. But he does not! And I just crush Izzet Post, and now I have 11 straight wins. Thank you for watching Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan, and I was playing Blue-Black Trinket Control, as detailed in Pauper Walkthroughs episode 6 on this very YouTube channel. Check it out. Thank you for watching.